Should the Chicago Bears trade for Deebo Samuel? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking about this potential trade with the Chicago Bears and them looking to go after Deebo Samuel. So Deebo Samuel, in case you guys don't know, has requested a trade from the San Francisco 49ers. He wants out. But the funny part is, the reason he wants out is mainly because of the fact that apparently he does not want to be utilizing that receiver running back role. Well, if that is the case, then I would be skeptical as a team trading for him, because that is what makes Deebo special. That hybrid role that he plays, where he can play running back and you can use him in the backfield like Kyle Shanahan did. As far as for the Chicago Bears, look, folks, Deebo's special. He's very young. He's electric, and I love Deebo Samuel. It all comes down to price. Right? What are you willing to pay? What are the 49ers willing to ask for Deebo Samuel? And to me, when we've seen guys like Tyreek Hill go and Devontae Adams go for multiple picks, I mean, Tyreek Hill, he went for a boatload of draft capital. So it is going to cost you a pretty penny to trade for Deebo Samuel. I'm not sure what the actual compensation will be, but I mean, we don't even have a first-round pick this year. So it will almost assuredly cost you a first-round pick, multiple maybe. And so you're talking about future assets. And this is where I feel like as much as I want Deebo, this is where it's like, does Ryan Poles go against his own philosophy of building through the draft by trading away future draft capital to go after a guy like Deebo or Samuel right now? See, this is year one of Ryan Poles in his role as a general manager. And I believe Ryan Poles is still trying to figure out what pieces fit. Usually, trading for a guy means you've got your pieces and that, okay, this new guy comes in and we can fit him here. I'm not sure Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus even know what they have here with the Bears. They've been tearing it down this all off season because they're trying to build it back up and see what they have. So to me, just my initial thinking is I just don't think the Bears trade for Deebo, just because I don't think they would have traded for any big name guy, just because I don't think they're ready at this point to do so, because they haven't figured out what they have. And it's kind of sad because that stopped us kind of from, building and bringing in talent, if you will. But at the same time, I kind of get it, right? You want to see what you have before you go out and make a big investment, because trading for Deebo Samuel is going to cost you a lot. So you're not going to just give up all this future draft capital for something that's like, oh, what the heck, let's just go for it. No, it's going to cost you a lot. So that's where I'm hesitant to say the Bears will trade for Deebo Samuel. I'd love to have Deebo. He'd be a great fit on this roster because he'd immediately become our best receiver. You got Darnell Mooney at the 2, and you can use Deebo as a running back as well. Maybe you don't need to use him as a running back because Monty's there, and you've got obviously Khalil Herbert, and Deebo doesn't want to be used as a running back. But yeah, Deebo would be fantastic. It's about price, right? What are you willing to pay for Deebo, and what are they willing to ask for Deebo? Ultimately, I just don't see both things clicking, and so I just don't see the Bears trading for Deebo Samuel. I see other teams, maybe like the Jets, maybe teams like the Eagles, Colts, teams like that, maybe trading for Deebo. I don't know. I don't see it with the rebuild happening right now. So that's just where I am. What do you guys think? Let me ask you this. Will the Bears trade for him? And should they trade for him? So leave a comment down below as always.